me, Andy.
And me, James.
Where we play SPI's Campaign for North Africa in its entirety. An unfinished board gaming masterpiece.
I thought this was the podcast where I run out of disk space halfway through a recording and then we restart again. Is that not what this is?
Don't let the listeners peek behind the curtain.
The curtain
Don't
is...
humanize us.
This is the podcast where we lose 10 minutes of solid gold that we just recorded because I ran out of disk space on my laptop. That's what this is. But it also does cover, tangentially, SPI's The Campaign for North Africa, a really long board game that we're trying to play, while also trying to record a podcast and not doing a very good job of it.
Of either. So what did we do today in the game?
In the game, I'm glad you prefaced it with that, because I was going to go off on a tangent from dot.
I know you were.
Yeah,
I'm keeping this focused for 10 minutes and then it can go wherever.
Yeah, we'll do a 10-minute catch-up as to where we were. Then we can get silly with it.
Yeah. We are wasting the 10 minutes now talking about after the 10 minutes.
Oh, God, I'm excited for after the 10 minutes.
I'll let you know.
But in the meantime, what we did today was we've started the game. You know that from last time. Andy doesn't think it's starting the game, but I think it's starting the game. Today, we spent a lot of time taking little pieces of cardboard out of plastic baggies and putting them back into plastic baggies.
There was a step in the middle that was very important.
Oh yeah, we put them onto the game map, which is, again, very long. We have to play it on your floor because there's no reasonable space that someone would have in their home to have that board game that isn't purpose-built.
I mean, you have to have a room for it. Or you just have to be, so antisocial that you're like, I don't have a living room. Or die. You just lose a room.
We have a lovely 3-bed terrace here. We have the living room, the dining room, 2 bedrooms, another bedroom, the master bedroom, ensuite. And this is the Campaign for North Africa room, where you put a board game that's just unfeasibly big. That's where you put that one. That's what this room is.
It would be nice to have a specific room for it, so I could have my living room be a living room.
You don't live in this room.
I spend some time here.
You thrive in this room.
It's my thriving room.
Oh, yeah, I've always said that about this room.
I come through here and thrive.
Is that why it smells like this?
It's the smell of success.
Is it? It smells like sweat and despair.
Yeah, you put the sweat in and the despair and eventually you get successful.
Blood, sweat and tears. That's how you get
just
to where we are.
Sweat and despair.
Oh, right.
I'm not putting any blood into this. And I just put a base level of sweat into everything I'm doing.
That's beautiful. That's beautifully transparent.
Like sweat.
So yeah, we spent a lot of time today. We got the game map out. We ruled it out, unfurled it. The map. I don't know if we've said before, but the map's in 5 pieces. It's so big, you have to put it in 5 pieces. It actually reminds me of that pizza we got once, and it was, I think, 40 inches, and it came in 4 separate pizza boxes, and you had to assemble it yourself afterwards. You got a quarter in each box. Yeah,
that was... I don't know why you bought that. That must be 1, expensive, and 2, it's just too much pizza.
Well, we were hungover.
Actually, no, that's fine. That's a good reason.
Yeah, we were both hungover. Not all of it.
I'm pretty sure it did.
No, because what we did was...
No, that was my grazing phase.
We ate about 4 slices, and then I went, well, we can just eat this all week.
And then I probably ate it all week.
You might have.
Yes.
I wouldn't have.
I'm pretty sure that got finished.
I don't eat anything that's left over from, the day before.
It's just wasteful.
It's not wasteful. Well, no, it's exactly that.
No, that's the word.
I'm trying to get better at that. But, here we are. Talking about wasteful of time, 4 minutes in, and...
Yeah, we promised 10 minutes of focus, and that's not happened.
Well, we covered a bit of what we did. What we did is get the pieces out. We did a lot of bookkeeping. Again, that's just the game. We kept track of all of the pieces that we got out, where they had to go. We had to refer to a lot of spreadsheets that we did last time to figure out where all the pieces go on the map. And then when we put them down on the map, we then had to later on pack them up into different plastic baggies and relabel them because we got them out according to where the game says they need to go, and then we put them away afterwards according to the hex on the map that they were in.
Yeah, we're devising a system.
Because we spent so much time today, this was an obstacle we came across today, we realized that we're going to be playing this for 4 hours a week. But at the moment, about an hour and a half to 2 hours of that is us just setting up the game. it's putting the pieces down on the map, and then disassembling the game and putting it back away. We need to get faster at that.
Realistically, for us to finish in a reasonable time, we need to get that down to, like, fast.
Down to fast.
Down to fast.
It's
I'm not
good
going to
way
put a
put
specific
that.
number on it.
But
But fast.
What we did have as an issue is where we thought, let's do a different organization system on the way disassembling the game, which is, let's put all of the pieces into a baggie corresponding with what hex they were on. And then we realized as we were doing that, we've ran out of baggies because of the way you've organized your pieces.
No.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
No, that's exactly
Okay,
why.
a couple
because
of things.
I had exactly the right amount of bags. You didn't. You had to borrow from my stockpile of baggies.
They're all my baggies.
Well, you might have bought them all, but some of
Yes.
them were assigned to me. And still, we had to bleed into my supply to make up for your logistical
My
fuck-up.
supply.
Your supply?
Not a logistical fuck up.
It was.
The only logistical non-fuck up in the whole thing is me buying the baggies.
That's not the only logistical non-fuck-up.
It's the only one I can think of.
Well, I can...
And then you greedily desired more bags. Any bag I give you, you should be grateful for. You should
use
put
the
all your
same-
pieces in one bag.
I used the same amount of bags today as I started with. You had to go and get more from whatever hidey hole you've got them in, which is going to look really suspicious during a police raid, by the way. When they burst in here and go, we're here to raid the home of the most successful podcast where they continuously running out of disk space and try and play a board game and talk about Dirty Dancing, and then
This is a very long bursting into the... Normally it's like, freeze, police.
Well, at this point, right, first of all, we're not in a cartoon. And secondly, they're already in the house, and at this point, they're wandering around. They just keep the same attitude because they've came in here with a lot of adrenaline running through their body.
Okay, they're going to find baggies full of little cardboard pieces.
And they're going to go, what is this? Is this Mimo?
No, this isn't anything. This is a board game I don't want to do.
Whoa, you just said it. You said it.
Yeah, I've been negative now.
Oh, that's fair, because last time I was dead.
Yeah.
Dead on my feet. There's no energy here. But today I've had 2 big energy drinks and about 4 coffees. When it comes to energy drinks, by the way, I've found out that there's a lot of, I think it's B6,
Okay.
the vitamin. It's like 710% of your recommended daily amount. And I had 2 of them. That's
a
like
lot of B6.
1,440 percentage daily intake of B6.
Yeah, no, you don't need to have B6 for a fortnight.
Oh, Fortnite reference?
No.
Yeah.
Time reference.
Doctor Who over here, referencing his time. I think overall we did good today. We've made some real solid progress in not just putting the game out and starting to put the pieces down and think a bit tactically, but we're also streamlining this. Because at 4 hours a week, we don't have much time. We can't be spending 2 hours a week setting the game up.
No, it's just simply not tenable.
It's really not. But we've made some real good progress. We should be proud. Give yourself a pat on the back, Andy.
No,
What?
I'm not going to do it.
Really? Why?
I don't want to.
I'm not going to continue until you do.
This is okay. See you next week, folks.
Do you want me to come over and pat you on the back?
No.
I swear to God I will.
You'll knock stuff over.
There's nothing to knock over apart from this bottle of Fanta Fruit Twist, which I put in your fridge last week, and now it's a solid block of ice.
Yeah?
Regulate your temperature, man. Regulate your temperature.
It's... Don't do that. My fridge has overperformed.
ASMR.
Most fridges get to 2, maybe 3 degrees. I think mine's rocking along at -4.
That's insane. That's not a fridge.
It's colder than the freezer.
Maybe I just put it in the wrong one. Who knows?
Yes, this is your mistake.
Say it with a bit more belief, man.
Yeah.
Put your backbone into it.
This is your mistake.
Put your back into it before you pat it.
I'm not patting it, and I'm not putting my back anywhere.
Right, quick pop quiz. I just realised it's the 10-minute mark. I'm going to diverge a little bit to what we were talking about in the segment that was scrapped, because I started singing Hungry Eyes from Dirty Dancing. You told me I should stop singing things because I'm off-key and I'm referencing songs that aren't known.
Yes.
And then you said, a bunch of famous Jennifers when we were trying to figure out Jennifer Grey, who is the actress from Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, she's the baby.
She's...
I've done a bit of research between, so I know she's the baby.
Right, you haven't done research. You've done some sort of scatterbrained skim of the synopsis on Wikipedia, probably.
No, I don't use Wikipedia.
What do you use? Hang on a minute. You've got it up right now because you're looking at the screen. You haven't even changed.
I think you'll find
page.
I get my information from the Internet Movie Database.
You know what? It took me so long to realise that's what that stood for. It was only November at work. Somebody said Internet Movie Database, and I sat there and pieced it together like I was Sherlock, like I was Benedict Cumberbatch himself, and I went, that's what that is.
Is he famously slow?
He's famously got a really fun name. You can compare it to other things.
I mean, it's fun to play around with his name.
Benadryl Cabbage Patch.
I like that. Doctor Strange.
That tickled me, Andy. You did good there.
Great film.
Get yourself a pat on the back.
No. No one's touching my back, not even me.
Why? What you got in there?
My massive back pieces.
Back
healing.
pieces?
I got a big tattoo.
Oh, what's it of?
The podcast logo.
Really? The one that you cobbled together in paint?
Constructed.
Yeah.
In paint.
Right, okay.
It's a different thing.
Right, okay, it's the fact that it's in paint that I'm bringing up. It's charming though, isn't it?
Paint is great. You can do anything in Paint, except rotate things. Then you need to download paint.net.
That was one of my favourite things about our last Dungeons & Dragons session with our friend here, where you had to explain the fact that in order to rotate part of the logo, you had to download a separate thing.
Yeah.
And then rotate something, and then you immediately deleted the program.
Yeah. Well, Paint's good enough, except for that one thing.
Rotating a logo.
Yeah.
Rotation.
It only does 90 degrees.
Why did it cap out there?
They're like the main ones, the corners.
The corners.
Of turning.
The corners of turning. The deserts of our mind.
Yeah,
Dirty Dancing.
So why did you want to bring up Dirty Dancing?
It was just to reflect on the gold that we lost. We'll never get back to the... We'll never get back to that recording that we lost. Oh, it was beautiful. It's a bit like the very first pilot that we did for this, with the one microphone.
Oh, yeah.
And it was absolute treasure. And we can't release it because the audio quality is just unfathomably bad. It's just not legible in the listening sense.
Hey, if you email us, I'll send you it.
Or just anyone who
I'll
emails
just
it.
send you the file.
That's I think I've got it on my laptop.
You have to ask for it, but I will send you the file.
Yeah, it's a bit like a GDPR request for information. If you want a data subject access request about our data, just email us, and we're legally obliged to send you our first pilot.
Because you have the right to be besotted.
You have the right to be beguiled. Consider yourself charmed by us. It's a legal requirement under data protection laws in the European Union. You need to be enthralled by our presence.
Yeah. And don't forward the podcast to anyone if I email you it.
No, you don't. No, they need to email us directly, or we won't. They can't have it.
Yeah, and they can't forward it.
They can't forward it. Also, why has no one emailed us?
We were pretty explicit about the email.
We keep on telling you the email. Why is no one getting in touch? Well, you don't want to know anything about the game.
Yeah, we'll answer other questions.
Will we? What will we answer questions on?
Anything you fire over, I will fire back an equally uninformed position.
Tell you what, let's actually make a promise here. The first 5 emails, whatever they are, providing they're not entirely inappropriate in the sense of being inflammatory or offensive to the point where we're just going to get in trouble. If it's not that, the first 5, we're going to answer them on the podcast. Whatever they are, game-related or not, ideally game-related, because we are straying so far from the game already.
If we're not game-related, we have some to answer.
Yeah. What, really?
Yeah, this fella, Joe, from rss.com, keeps emailing me.
Oh, I was so excited, you horrible git.
There's also this email from me that says test.
Right, what do you make of that? Also, you're not speaking into your microphone at all. You're not picking up a damn thing.
I'm very sorry, guys. That was just a test email, though.
So that's it.
That's it.
There's
from
no
the email
joke that you
box.
can sort of swing into that.
No.
Ah, right. Well, yeah, that's our promise made. So make of that what you will. And when it comes to the game, we're making real, steadfast, baby step progress. We're starting to streamline the process.
Dirty Dancing reference.
What part of it?
Baby step.
Oh,
I imagine the baby does dance steps.
She does. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does. She dances quite a bit in the film.
Yeah.
Jennifer Grey.
Pays for 2 abortions, apparently.
Does she really?
Yes. That's in the thing.
In the thing, in the
summary.
right.
She pays for 1 abortion for a guy's partner, and then she fucks him at the end, and then I assume there's another abortion that happens off screen.
You can't say fuck on the podcast.
Makes love
You,
in the ass.
it's a very romantic film.
I don't believe you. It sounds dumb and stupid.
It's not as romantic as Ghost, if we're going through Patrick Swayze films. But it's more romantic than Roadhouse.
I mean, Roadhouse, I've only seen the remake, but that's fantastic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
With Conor McGregor
Yeah, just doing coke and walking around being himself.
and Gyllenhaal. You also can't say coke on the podcast.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
I'll mark it explicit. This will be the first one that's marked explicit.
That's crazy, because we've sworn previously.
Yeah, should probably update that.
I think you swore at me when I loudly sang Feliz Navidad a few episodes ago.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might have sworn at me last time when I was fairly low energy.
I
Because
also.
I was ill and tired.
I also did,
And that's
yeah.
fine to do to people who are ill or tired.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
not.
how they get better.
It's not.
Yell at them.
I get better through positive reinforcement.
I don't think you do. That's your miss.
Give me a pat on the back.
No,
Right. So how are we going to get past this then?
we're just not.
Without positive reinforcement, I'm not going to get anywhere.
My massive back tattoo is going to heal, and you're not going to get any positive reinforcement
You don't have a back tattoo.
yet.
What are you going to get it of?
I don't know. Email in.
Email in.
The fans will email and they'll pick my giant back tattoo.
So you're going to have your back tattoo suggested via email.
It's probably going to come down to Joe at rss.com, the product evangelist, to decide, as he's the only person that emails us.
You know what? It'll be fun if he sends over a question.
Do not mention my name. We've removed you from this service.
You mean Joe Reginald, who lives at postcode to first line of address terrace.
And if you live there and you're being harassed, emailed in.
Email in. Let me know that I've doxed you. That would be a crazy swing of coincidence that I've just pieced together that address. But it is someone I know.
Oh, so you're just doxing someone.
Yeah, I thought that's fine to do.
It's fine as long as I don't know about it.
It's our platform. You know about it now.
Oh, yeah. No, I guess it's fine anyway.
I need a cough.
It's just doing a little cough, folks.
Yeah, a little cough break.
That was nice of him.
Coffee break. I've already had far too much of that today.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd do that. You shouldn't have, and I keep on telling people this, you shouldn't have caffeine for at least 10 hours before bedtime.
It depends.
But you were ragging on me last week. So
the issue
needed-
last week was nothing to do with caffeine levels.
What was it to do with?
Hangovers.
I don't think I was hungover last week.
I'm pretty sure you were.
No, I think I was actually just tired. No, we recorded on a weekday. I was actually just tired that time. I was hungover when we did Dungeons and Dragons. That's what you're thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah, I was hungover for that.
Don't do that.
Because we have a running joke that any session of Dungeons and Dragons that we play, since I'm the dungeon master, and I go by that term outside of the game as well, for anyone interested. You can just call me that. In the street. In the sheets. I was hungover, and the going joke we've got is that whenever I'm hungover and we play that we do a time travel bit during the game, because I just lose track of linear time.
Yep. And that. It didn't happen last week.
It didn't. We did well. We kept things on track. Better than we are here. Whoa, what is going on here?
So any tactics?
Tactics, no, but you keep on giving vague, I think it's a threat.
I mean,
That you've
yes,
got-
it's
that you've
leading
got a-
up to a war.
You've got a tactical idea as to what's going on.
Strategic.
Yeah, you've actually got a plan.
Yes.
And I was sat there looking at the pieces, and one of the threatening things about setting up the game is realizing that from go, when the pieces are down from the very start of the game, it starts off with 2 of my pieces boxed in by 4 of your pieces. Because if they're 1 hex away from an enemy piece, they're in what's considered a zone of control, which means that you have to fight them in some way, shape, or form when the turn begins.
You can try and run away, I think.
You can try and retreat, yeah. That is an option. So you can try and retreat, but either way, you're in a sort of combat situation. So as soon as the game starts, at least 2 of my pieces are in that situation. And you're already concocting tactical plans.
Yep.
And I'm going to have to try and do the same. But the ones that you've got boxed in are, and I've already been candid with you, so I suppose there's no harm in saying it in a forum that you can then re-listen to. My pieces that you've got boxed in are dog shit. They are so bad. So I think the design is those 2 pieces just get killed off.
Maybe. I mean, I don't have particularly strong stuff against your guys.
Yeah, but you've got
and you've got hundreds of them. You've got like several battalions to put into fights and divisions.
I suppose so, but they're far away. But it's
They're
good
not,
that
they're
we're
like 2 hexes away.
Well, either way, it's good that we're forced into a fight straight away. It means we have to actually reconcile with those rules immediately.
And on set tone.
Yeah, it means we'll actually figure out what the combat looks like when it's not just a safe bubble test scenario. There's actual stakes to an extent.
Yeah, a meal.
No, we're not doing that for this one.
Fraction of a meal.
Fraction of a meal. You have to buy me. I'm going to go for a Kinder Bueno for this.
I'd also like one of.
Tell you what, then.
We've settled on the steaks.
Kinder Bueno for the winner of this scenario.
Ooh, white chocolate or normal?
I'm going to go for normal.
Okay.
Yeah, white chocolate's hard to come by, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not going to say where I am.
I mean, it's hard to come by anywhere. I don't think it's just because of the postcode that you have.
I know where I get it. I've got a hookup.
You got a guy.
Yeah.
You got a Kinder Bueno white guy.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I think the combat stuff will be fairly fun when it rolls around. But I think all in all, I don't have a strategy. No, you've got me there. You are definitely more prepared than me, which is worrying. But you've also got the advantage of being the historical winner. It's kind of geared towards you winning.
Not this scenario.
Mm-hmm. It is. I get given initiative, which means, for context, I get to choose who goes first every turn. So in the main game, when we actually start the full 111 turns, we do a dice roll to determine that. It's modified by different factors. But in this mini scenario, I get initiative every turn, which means I do.
It's just the first turn.
I'm sure it's the full thing.
We had this discussion earlier.
And I'm pretty sure you checked it and it's the whole thing.
It's not.
Is it just the first turn?
Yes.
Well, either way, I get a pick for the first turn who goes first. So that means I'm at a disadvantage inherently if they're giving me that. That's to even it out. That's my handicap.
No, it's because it's Griziani's offensive, so he has the initiative on the thing he initiated.
You are so far from the microphone that none of this is getting picked up.
I'm sorry.
This is insane.
It's Griziani's offensive, so he has the initiative.
It's Graziani's offensive.
I'm never going to pronounce that right.
Don't disrespect my men.
I'll disrespect any dead fascist I choose.
Whoa. Somebody's liberal.
No.
I mean, you are quite liberal.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Well, fair enough. That's... All right.
I'm not liberal at all.
Well, what you are is more tactically minded than me, apparently.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
Right, that's not just openly lie on a podcast where I can go back and refer to it in a court of law when it's needed.
Well, if you refer back, you'll find out last time I said Mensa was full of idiots, which only a genius would do.
Oh, yeah. Good thing about this one as well, and I'm going to do something I will deeply regret in future. This episode is coming out on its own. This is the first of the weekly releases.
Yeah. Welcome to the new normal.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Week by week, we're going to be doing this. No more binges for you. And the reason I say I'll regret this is because I was editing an episode a week ago, and in it I lie and say, you'll be listening to this the same time as the last 6. And we had to break it up quite a bit. So I'm saying this now. If you're hearing this, this is how it's actually played out this way. If you're not hearing this, then this is just for me and you right now, buddy.
I hope they hear this.
Me too. I hope we actually stick to a schedule.
Yeah.
I hope we know what we're doing a little bit better.
Well, I mean, we're recording this, so it should be released.
Yeah, I was saying that about the last 10 minutes we did as well, but God,
Yeah,
we
people
lost
can
it.
also get them if they email in.
Yeah, if you email in, we'll send you
The
off
first
cuts.
episode and offcuts.
Yeah, we'll send you the outtakes. Just ask. Just be bold. Be brave, be humble, be subtle. And we'll send you it.
Yeah.
And send a question as well. And not just, can I have the pilot, please?
Oh,
Ask
you
about
want
the game.
questions.
I want them to ask about the game.
So they can sort of focus us a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, all right, here's something that relates to the game. Because we do need to start getting more focused on the game. And I made a note today as we were going. And it was a note, I added it to my addenda, which I think we've mentioned previously.
Yes.
I have my own little...
Spiteful little addenda.
I do, my angry addenda. The addenda is the addenda for rules that make me want to fucking scream.
That's it.
And there's 4 entries so far, and the 4th one came on today. Because, as you may remember, we got an addenda that's included in the rulebook, and we got an extra addenda, which was printed off and was put in the game box when we bought it from the auction. And the addenda says, when it comes to setting out the pieces, that there is a particular plane that I have, which is noted as being 2501, when it should be 2S. Sorry, it should be Z501. But it doesn't say either of those things in the book. It says 2S01. So the addenda is a liar.
Yeah.
The addenda's wrong.
Well, I have a little...
Who am I meant to trust if the addenda's wrong?
I have another bit that goes towards that of someone. I think part of the people who... I have a unit called the Welch. W-E-L-C-H.
Welsh. It's part of England.
No. Absolutely not. The whole point is this. It's an Indian unit, and it's referred to W-E-L, and then they're just like, oh, that's probably wrong, and this should be Welsh. It's like... It's
It
not,
actually says that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was saying that as a joke.
No, the first Welsh counter bears the same coloration as Indian units. It's referred to as the Welsh Regiment every other page. I think someone was just going through this and was like, I don't recognize the word Welsh. That means Welsh.
All right, so it means Welsh.
I think
It
so.
means Welsh, rather.
Yes, but it's Welsh throughout the book.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having a quick look, and Welsh means to fail to honour.
Yeah, not a great name for a military unit.
Yeah, or for
The
somebody
first royal losers.
who's committing to something for a long term.
Are we Welchers?
You're a Welsh.
Oh, are we only a Welch if we don't do it?
Well, I'm deleting this recording right afterwards, so...
Oh, then
There
you
is that.
Welched me.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to cough again. Maybe I'm coming
So
down with something.
unprofessional.
I'm coming down with something.
That was your exclusive last week.
Yeah, I'm still coming down with it.
Get over it.
Whoa.
Be less ill.
Respect me,
No.
please.
No. Earn it.
How would I earn it from you? What can I do to make you respect me?
Beat me in this game.
Right. Anything shorter.
No. So I guaranteed not going to respect you for probably
Ever.
7 years.
Ever.
That's not the spirit.
I'm not winning at the game. I'm finishing the game. Winning the game gets you a meal. We've established that.
Yeah.
Beating the game makes us heroes.
Yeah. Immortals.
Yeah, so that's what
Up
I'm
there
going to
with
do.
Achilles
Yeah.
and other famous warriors.
Well, Icarus came up quite a bit today. We mentioned Icarus when we were putting together the pieces and putting them on the board, and I was referencing the fact that we subscribed to a Herculean task.
Another Greek guy.
Yeah, yeah.
They've really monopolized tasks.
They have all the tasks and jobs and bits and pieces. Probably less bits and pieces. There's not many. And then he went on and did some bits and pieces. Homer's bits and pieces. Never really caught on, did it?
Yeah, that's
The Odyssey overshadowed that one.
Yeah, that's after the Odyssey when Odysseus is just sort of cleaning the house after being away for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have a lot to clean up afterwards. Imagine getting back. You know when you get back from holiday and you want to come back to like a nice,
Well, no,
clean
his
house?
house would have been pretty clean because his wife married someone else, and then they probably cleaned the house until he got back.
Oh, so they were nice enough to clean the house and then go, you
Well,
can...
I think they thought he was dead, so they were just living there. But if you come back from the dead,
Did he
you
kick-
get the house.
Did he kick them out?
I think he like showed up and fired an arrow for a bunch of axes, and then the dude had to leave, and he just slept with his wife again.
Oh. It's a pretty sad ending.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a tragedy.
They love their tragedies, don't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, shit world, bad endings to your stories,
And yet, here we are.
bad endings.
Here we are in a bad world. Our world's in turmoil, and we're a bright spark in amongst it. This little bonfire we're lighting, this bonfire of hope,
Is the light.
let it guide you. Whoever you are listening, the one listener.
We have more than one listener, maybe. I don't think we're going to keep them.
They're not listening now. They might have been here for earlier episodes, but now that they've realised we're doing this once a week, it's not something that they can just burn through when they're on a train journey to Edinburgh from Bristol.
Nice obfuscation.
I've just
I
sniped
saw
those
you caught
locations.
yourself.
I've just sniped those locations out of nowhere.
Not even the country we're from.
No. Sorry, you're trying to hide where we're from.
Yeah.
That's not gonna. They know that we've got white Kinder Buenos.
They're rare but global.
No. You're thinking of cholera.
Unicorns. What?
No, they're exclusive to Scotland.
Unicorns.
Cholera.
Oh. What a dumb disease. Just wash your hands.
Unicorns. That's not how that works at all.
Yeah, just invent sewage and wash your hands.
Invent sewage.
Yeah.
That's a
Because
crazy
there is a
take.
point, at one point in time, someone invented sewage.
I mean, yeah, I suppose so. In the sense of it went from just being human waste to human
Sewage.
waste in a tube.
Yeah, that's a big invention. That's probably saved more lives than any other bullshit.
I mean, no, you can't swear on the podcast.
I am, and I'm going to continue to. I don't know where these rules come from. I don't know why I would respect it. I
it's
don't know
most-
why you brought it up.
I think it's mostly because you don't swear as much, and now that you are, I'm deeply uncomfortable with it.
I swear when I need to, or when I can't think of a better word to say, or I'm bored or angry,
I'm not sure.
or just any time.
Right, which one is it that's happening right now?
The anytime one.
Right, okay. So you're not bored or angry.
No, not really.
You seem quite angry.
I'm growing fury. I've stepped over anger.
I'm not really sure what set this off.
Me neither.
Is it because I asked you to pat yourself on the back?
I don't like that, and I resent you keep doing it.
Well, what's next, Andy? What comes next time? What's the next step?
You sort out that naval phase, eh?
No, we got some more stuff to do before that. We're gonna have to put down our airfields because we don't actually know where they are on the map yet.
Yeah, no, that's actually feels important.
We've got airfields and airstrips. Airfields are big. You can put a bunch of different squadrons down. Airfields, that's the same thing.
Yep.
Airstrips are just for one.
Yes.
Airstrips, you've just got the one. We need to put them all down. And then when we know where everything is, in terms of all of our guys and all of the airstrips and airfields, then we can put down the supply dumps because we get to choose where some of them go.
Yeah, dump them down.
Got to dump down the dumps. And then we're going to start putting down our trucks.
Yep.
Fuck the trucks.
That's part of my plan, yeah.
And then when they're down, I do the naval convoy planning.
Yep.
Figure out what I'm going to ship over and when and where.
And then I bomb it.
And then you bomb it. And then we start moving our men around on the map.
Yeah.
And that'll be in like a...
strategic air bit.
That'll be in what, like a month's time?
Probably longer.
Yeah. That's
I'm
crazy.
trying to get more realistic about the time frame of this because it's slower than we thought.
Yeah, but we knew it was going to be long. This is just painfully long.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be long, and it's been longer.
Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that at all.
Because that's going to keep happening.
It has consistently.
Hey, once we've done one full turn, which at that point the game rules tell you to stop playing, but once we've done one full turn, We'll have a sense of how long everything's going to take.
And when it comes to playing a full turn, we're yet to figure that out. But we will. We'll figure out what a full turn means. Because we have no idea if that full turn... Because it's 3 operation stages per turn.
Yeah.
We don't know if each operation stage is going to be 1 week of play, or 2 weeks, or 3. Well, it'll depend on how many things are moving around and how much is going on.
It'll be long.
It will. Unfortunately, it has to be long.
Yeah, having an operation stage is going to take us a long time.
So again, for those keeping track at home, 111 turns, 3 operation stages per turn, and each operation stage is basically a full turn of the game where you do all the stuff, like move everyone around, have a fight, distribute your resources. And the little practice run we're doing, 6 turns, so 18 operation stages. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what this is. That's what the practice run is. And it feels a lot more grounded now. And we're going to be a bit more structured than we were. This is starting to feel like it's coming together a little bit.
Yeah, we're starting to arrive at... Well, once we're regularly playing and we have things to update, we should hopefully be able to focus on them more.
It's pretty alarming, the rate at which this is becoming a real thing. I don't know that I love it.
Wait, what do you mean it's becoming a real thing?
As in, now it's a board game. Like
It
beforehand,
was always a board game.
No, beforehand it was just filling out spreadsheets, and we had a box that we got from an auction.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, this feels.
It was
this is
always
good
a
though.
game,
No,
right?
this is good. This is positive.
Whatever's keeping you on the right track.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm in good spirits, man. I'm in real good spirits.
Undercutting that with logic or thought.
No, this is good. We should be yes-anding, not no-butting.
I will no-butt you as much as I want.
Don't you dare no-butt me.
I will.
You will break my spirit.
Good.
You can't
It's
break
not
my
been
spirit.
helping you. You've got to... I don't know what this is.
It's my dreams you take.
You've got to stop.
It's James Blunt.
I know.
Oh, see... There we
know
go.
James Blunt.
Oh, okay. Regardless of who's singing it, you'll always know James Blunt.
I mean, it took longer than it would if anyone else had sung it. In the entire world.
Right, okay. Anyone listening, send in a clip of you singing any James Blunt song. And
Immediate.
I will have Andy listen to it.
I don't know, I'll immediately get it.
You know what? That's another thing. This is right. Okay, here's a guarantee. This is here's this for getting an email in. All right.
One email.
Any email that has a question about the board game, we will answer on this podcast.
Of course, yes.
But as many as we get,
Yeah.
we'll answer every single one.
Okay, yeah.
That's a promise. Until we get far too many.
So we'll do this until it becomes in any way inconvenient for us.
Yes.
And then we're out.
Yes.
I like it.
Keep us on track. We've already made it very clear you're an accountability tool.
Yeah.
You're all here to make sure we keep doing this.
In many ways, you're the mental equivalent of the bumpers at bowling.
It's a bit
We
like...
need you to keep things roughly in the right direction.
You'll know exactly what I mean by this, and I can't remember the exact
Will I?
strategy of it, but you know when they do that thing with elephants? Where they...
So many things you can do with elephants.
Where they tie something around them and they're too weak to move it when they're young.
Oh, this is a Greek thing, the bull, where it
is
can't
it?
break the rope.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's Greek again.
Yeah, it
Oh,
went
perfect.
back to the Hellenistic period of metaphor. Yeah, you have some big magic bull and you put some rope on and then it gets big and the rope still chains it.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, as they grow up, they don't realize that they're now strong enough to break it.
Yeah.
So, that means that's the same kind of thing. That's essentially the same thing
As
what I've just said.
which was...
My point is, one, coherent.
Okay. Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
I think, ultimately, you are trying to bait me into trying to perfectly articulate what I've just said. Because you've got a
I am trying to
wry...
bait you into that. I'd love you to perfectly articulate what you said.
I know, but you've got a wry smile on your face, and I don't quite like the look of it, my friend.
Okay, don't look at me, but articulate what you just said.
No.
Then
Not until you pat yourself on the back.
I'm not doing that.
Then we're at a standstill, my friend.
I'm liking this tension.
It's sort of like a sexual tension, isn't it?
No,
Then what is it?
just tension. Maybe before a fight or an argument.
So what I was doing there, that sort of lost my train of thought, was I was checking because we were doing a lot of Greece stuff. I was double checking because in the game you have Malta involved quite heavily. Yeah?
I mean, yes.
Yeah. And we talk about Greece a lot.
Yeah.
So I was just quickly checking, is Malta classed as a Greek territory?
No, I'd guess not.
And
What are you doing? Oh, yes, you could have just said it was...
So
For the listeners, he's just picked up his entire laptop and turned it round and just wires dangling off it. As if you couldn't have just said the word no to me.
So I just checked, and Malta is not in Greece.
No, I think it's its own country.
Yeah, I thought it was in Greece.
Why? Because it's in the Mediterranean and you didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Malta's your place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know where it is.
Which is?
In the Mediterranean.
Give me the coordinates right now.
180.2
Oh my god! Keep going.
by 78.
Jesus Christ! He's a genius.
And now you can just remember those. You can remember those coordinates, and then never look a map up again if you go to Malta in some kind of plane.
For any Maltans out there,
Hello,
hi. Thanks for listening.
please email us.
Email us. Let us know how it is there. It's probably very different to what we understand it to be. What we understand it to be, unfortunately,
Is an airfield.
It's an airfield and a very frustrating component of a board game. And I'm sure it's very, very nice, very different to that. But we couldn't speak to that because for us, it's just a source of frustration.
Until we go to Malta.
Unfortunately, at the moment, Libya, Egypt, we're also annoyed at your presence in the sense of the board game, and we hope to overcome that.
I think Egypt liked me.
Yeah, but right now, Egypt for us is just a place on a big game map that is just really, really riling us up the wrong way.
No, I think it liked me, and I liked it.
Why do you
The
think
map
it
gave
liked
me
you?
a vibe.
It shouldn't give you a vibe. It's several pieces of paper.
That's how tactics work.
No, it's not.
You get a vibe.
I'm getting a vibe from you. It's a weird one.
Sexy vibe.
You're just trying to bring back the hungry eyes thing from the failed
I'm
10
absolutely
minutes.
not. I don't know what that is.
I told you were looking at me with hungry eyes.
So are you the baby or are you Patrick Swayze when you're saying that?
I am the non-diegetic music.
Wait, so they don't even sing that in the movie?
No, it's just
Isn't it a musical?
It's going on in the background.
So you just sing.
Kevin Bacon doesn't sing Footloose in Footloose.
I mean, I assumed he danced it though,
He dances to it.
because that's a song. I mean, that's a film called Footloose. It's about feet. It would be inappropriate for him to talk.
It's about what?
It's about feet being freed.
You know what? You're not actually wrong.
So it would be wrong for him to sing.
And I think, on that note, we should call this a day where we found a common ground in Footloose. At least, right now, we can go home unified in this one thing.
I'm going to destroy every film you love from specifically the 80s. I'm going to take them from you. And if you do have an email, please send it in. We'll be back next week with War with a Mate.
And don't touch that dial, because we're not quite sure what it does. We're not up to that point in the rules yet. We'll hear from you next time. Please get in touch.
We still don't know what the camels are for. Email us about that.
We're losing track of everything. Good night.